I am Neelakandappu, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Year College, Tumkur. I am going to present the Pulli, a poem written by or composed by George Orbit. This study material was prepared by Dr. Durgappa, Assistant Professor of English, Government First Year College, Tumkur. Program BA BSc, Subject English Language, Semester 3rd, University Tumkur, Session 1. It's all about the details given here. My present topic is the Pulli poem written by George Orbit. First of all, I am going to tell about a few words about the poet, that is George Orbit. George Orbit, 1593 to 1633, was a poet and prose writer. He was a public orator in the Cambridge University from 1619 to 1627. He wrote a number of religious poems which were published in the Temple. I am going to further read about George Orbit. It is here. He had great reputation for his scholarship. His religious poems suggest altars, crosses, and other religious features. Like Donne, Orbit is also a metaphysical poet and indulges in images and concepts in his poems. So the objectives of this poem. The first objective is to introduce students to metaphysical poetry and to John Donne, the pioneer of metaphysical poetry. Second object is to introduce students to metaphysical conceit. The fourth object is the Pulli four-stanza poem separated into sets of 5 lines, mountains. Consistent repetition in rhyme gives feeling of unity of poem. Next objective. The poem a dialogue spoken by God or about God. These are the objectives. Next objectives are here. I am going to read now. To help students explore themes of religion and human nature. To help students understand a relation between God and man. Next objective. To equip students with literary devices like alliteration, metaphor, imagery. Next objective. To make them understand significance of the conceit Pulli. Next object. Forces in nature personified, making their way out of God, belonging and into mankind. Next point. George Orbit uses a Pulli to describe relation between humanity and God or religion. Poem begins with a description of creation and humankind. Next points. The speaker seeking to retell Christian details of creation with a few added details. Next point. My poem describes what God was thinking, feeling when decided to create humanity. Next point. God saw what he had made, decided to pour glass of blessings on humanity. Next point. Those blessings were in cup waiting to be used by God. Next point. Poem describes God's access to forces in nature beyond man's comprehension. These are the points just I described. Further points here. Orbit relays God's words as go addresses all of creation. Next point. God now decides to pour on humankind all he can. Next points. The world's riches from strength to beauty bestowed on humankind. The first of blessings poured on humanity was a strength. These are the points. Next points are here. I will read out. Next came beauty, wisdom, honor, lastly pleasure. Important parts of human experience. Next point. One more element, rest, not chosen to be included in Herbert's retelling of creation. Rest, it is in inverted comma, a treasure remaining at bottom God's cup. Next point, God chooses not to give rest humanity. Here other points I am going to read. Speaker describes why God did not choose to bestow rest on humanity. Next point. God knew if he gave the jewel rest also to man, he would adore God's gifts and might forget God is a creator. Next points here. God didn't want man to worship his gifts and not him and follow Satan's ways. Next point. Man should worship the God of nature and not just nature. Next point here. Speaker gives reasons behind God's choice of not give humanity complete life of rest. Next point. It may be ideal for everyone to rest after feeling restless. Some other points here. And then go back to their daily routine. But next point. But God believes there would be weariness, in brackets, tiresomeness of everything, man's everyday life. Some other points. God believes that feeling of weariness and exhaustion in man's everyday life would toss him like the pulley to God's breast. Next point. Weariness helps humanity go closer to God and the Father. These are all about the content of the poem or the summary of the poem or the different points which were described about the poem Pulley written by George Herbert. Now, some questions are given here. I am going to express now. When God says let us, it means three alternates are given. He is not alone. B. He is referring to man and himself. C. He is referring to himself. The answer is he is referring to himself. Let us, in the sense here, he is referring to himself. One more question here. When God says so, both should losers be, he means that there are three alternates given. Man will lose both God and his gifts. B. Both man and God will lose each other. God will lose both man and his gifts. Answer. So both should losers be, in the sense both man and God will lose each other. Next one. Yet let him keep the rest. It means two alternates are given. Man can keep all of God's blessings including rest. B. Man can keep all of God's blessings other than rest. The answer is man can keep all of God's blessings other than rest. This is the last question that is given here. God did not bestow rest on man because there are four alternatives given. He wanted man to be dependent on him. B. He did not want man to lose his love. C. He was afraid man would forget him. D. He wanted man to adore him. The answer is he was afraid man would forget him. So this is all about George Herbert's Pulle or the Pulle poem written by George Herbert. This content, this study material was prepared by Dodda Durgappa, Assistant Professor of English, Government First State College, Tumkur. Thank you, one and all.